Hello guys, welcome to another episode. In this video, we're going to see why sometimes when you're trying to learn something new topic, you feel it to be extremely difficult or complicated. Now, when it comes to learning, there are two important types of learning. Now, the first type of learning is top-down learning, whereas the second type of learning is bottom-up learning. And now, in top-down learning, you basically learn from the fundamentals and move your way towards the top, move away towards the complicated topic. Whereas in the bottom-up learning, first you learn the complicated topics and then move your way towards the fundamentals. Now the name comes like this. So top down means you're looking from the top towards the bottom. So imagine you're at the top of the building, you look towards the bottom. What do you see? You see the fundamentals, which means the foundation. Now the bottom up means imagine you're at the bottom of the building, you look at the top. What do you see? You see the terrace, which means the higher part of the topic. Now most of the people, they tackle an information in bottom-up way of learning. First they try to learn complicated topics without knowing how fundamental works. So that's why they feel it to be extremely complicated. So for example, imagine you're trying to learn calculus. So calculus is one of the topic in mathematics, we all know that. So in calculus, in order to understand calculus, the fundamentals of calculus is arithmetic, geometry, basic trigonometry and all those things. Now without learning all these, if you're trying to learn how calculus works, of course you're going to feel it to be extremely difficult. Now most of the people, they directly go and learn calculus without learning the basic fundamentals. So that's why they feel extremely difficult, which is bottom-up learning. Now what you should be doing is, you should be learning basics of mathematics like trigonometry, arithmetic, geometry, and then move way towards calculus, which is top-down learning. And now of course in top-down learning, you'll be having a thorough knowledge of how the fundamental works, and of course you're going to understand everything. Now in bottom-up, you're directly trying to tackle complicated topics without understanding anything about basics, and of course you're going to feel it to be extremely complicated and difficult. Now one more example for this type of learning is, imagine you're trying to learn how banking system works. Now the basics of banking system is, so banking system belongs to economics. So how does economics works? It works basically on supply and demand. So without learning how supply and demand works, if you're trying to learn how banking system works, how money works, it is basically bottom-up learning, which is extremely difficult to tackle, especially if you're a newbie, if you're a beginner. So don't tackle information without learning fundamentals. Now imagine you're trying to do the same, trying to learn the banking system, but first you learn how supply and demand works. Now in this case, you're going to understand thoroughly because of course you know all the fundamentals. So this is two different types of learning, and this is the reason why you feel some topics to be extremely difficult while some to be very easy, because you know the fundamentals. So that's why it feels to be easy, which is top-down learning. And if you don't know the fundamentals and you're trying to tackle the information, which is bottom-up learning, of course you're going to feel difficult. So always remember to do top-down learning. Now normally people consciously or subconsciously do bottom-up learning, so always make sure you're aware of this two types of learning. And that's the end of the video. If you learned something new, make sure to hit that subscribe button and that notification bar, and I'll meet you in the next episode. Thank you so much for watching.